Welcome to the Imagine Collection. Find a comfortable place to rest. Allow your breathing to settle into its own gentle rhythm. There is nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to solve, nothing you need to become. Tonight, there is only one invitation. Imagine. Imagine for a moment that your mind is a beautiful old house. A house that stood for many years. Its walls have sheltered laughter, held tears, witnessed celebrations, and quietly endured storms. Every room tells a story. Every hallway holds a memory. And somewhere inside, there is a voice, a familiar voice, one that has been speaking to you for as long as you can remember. It comments on choices, questions abilities, predicts what might happen, reminds you of yesterday, warns you about tomorrow. It has become so familiar that perhaps you've never stopped to ask, whose voice is this? Now imagine walking slowly through this old house. As you move from room to room, you begin hearing whispers. One room says, "Be careful. Don't make mistakes. Don't embarrass yourself." Another room quietly repeats, "You're not enough. You should be further along by now. Someone else could do this better." The words seem so familiar that for years you believed they belonged to you. But tonight, something is different. Tonight, you become curious. Instead of believing every voice, you simply listen. And as you listen, you begin noticing something remarkable. One whisper sounds strangely like a teacher from long ago. Another carries the tone of someone who was frightened themselves. Another belongs to a moment when you were too young to understand what was happening. Yet you were old enough to remember how it made you feel. Some voices were spoken out loud. Others were never spoken at all. They were learned through silence, through disappointment, through comparison, through watching, through trying to belong. And without realizing it, you invited them into your house. Not because you were weak, because you were learning. Imagine walking deeper into the house. You come to a hallway lined with portraits. As you pass each one, you notice something unexpected. Beneath every portrait is a small plaque. One reads, "Fear." Another, "Expectation." Another, "Perfection." Another, "Approval." Each portrait represents a voice that once convinced you it was protecting you. And perhaps, for a time, it was. Fear tried to keep you safe. Perfection tried to help you avoid rejection. Approval tried to help you feel loved. They weren't enemies. They were old guardians doing the best they knew how. You thank them, not because they were always right, but because they carried you as far as they could. And then you continue walking. At the end of the hallway, you discover a small wooden door. Unlike the others, it has no name, no decoration, no lock, only quiet. You open it. Inside, there is a single chair beside a window. Soft light pours through the glass. The room is still, peaceful, almost sacred. You sit. For a while, nothing happens. No advice, no criticism, no urgency, only silence. And then, beneath the silence, you hear something. Not loud, not dramatic, gentle, steady, almost familiar, yet somehow new. It says, "Welcome back." No judgment, no shame, no conditions, only recognition. You realize this voice has never competed with others. It never needed to. It simply waited, patiently, quietly, trusting that one day you would find this room. Imagine asking this one quiet voice, "Who are you?" And with the warmth of someone who has known you your entire life, it softly replies, "I am the one who remained when every borrowed voice fell silent. I have never called you unworthy. I have never rushed you. I have never compared you. I have never asked you to become someone else. I have only been waiting for you to remember my sound." Imagine breathing in that voice, not just hearing it, recognizing it, like remembering a melody you loved as a child. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to create it. It has always belonged to you. As you leave the room, the old voices still exist, but something has changed. You no longer mistake them for yourself. You can hear fear without becoming fear. You can hear doubt without becoming doubt. You can hear old stories without continuing to live inside them. Because now you know where your true voice lives. And whenever the world becomes loud, whenever opinions become overwhelming, whenever yesterday tries to define tomorrow, you know there's a quiet room waiting for you, a room where your own wisdom has never stopped believing in you, a room you can return to again and again. Perhaps that has always been the invitation, not to silence every voice, but to remember which one is truly yours. And as this story gently settles into the deeper parts of your mind, allow yourself to rest in the quiet knowing that thoughts may come, voices may pass, old stories may echo, but beneath them all, there is a voice that has never forgotten who you are. May you sleep peacefully, listen deeply, and awaken tomorrow with a growing trust in the quiet wisdom that has always lived within you. Until next time, keep imagining.